The warning. The Galactic Empire was the most powerful force in the galaxy. With countless star systems under its control, it ruled with an iron fist. Its vast fleets of warships patrolled the stars, and its advanced technologies kept it safe from all enemies. The Empire's leaders thought they had seen everything, but they were about to receive a message that would shake their confidence. On a quiet day in the Empire's central command, an unusual signal appeared on the screens. It was a communication from an unknown source. The signal was faint, but it was unmistakably directed towards the Galactic Empire. The chief analyst, a sharp-eyed officer named Lyra, was the first to notice the anomaly. "Commander, you need to see this," Lyra said, her voice steady despite the unusual discovery. Commander Varric, a seasoned veteran of the Empire's military, walked over to Lyra's station. He peered at the screen, his expression unreadable. The message was brief, but it was clear and direct. "Run. Run," Varric repeated, his tone laced with disbelief. "From whom?" Lyra shook her head. "The source is traced to a small, previously uncharted planet." "They call themselves Earth," Varric scoffed. "Earth? We've never heard of this planet before. How could a backwater world like this send us a threat?" The commander's dismissal was immediate and confident. The Galactic Empire had dealt with countless civilizations over the centuries, and none had ever been able to pose a serious threat. To them, Earth was just another insignificant world. "I want a full analysis of this message," Varric ordered, "and I want to know everything about this planet. But don't waste too much time. We have more important matters to deal with." Lyra nodded and began her analysis. As the hours passed, she found more about Earth's technology and its people. The initial data suggested that Earth was technologically primitive compared to the Empire. Their most advanced technologies were nothing more than child's play compared to the Empire's might. Yet something about the message kept nagging at Lyra. It was too simple to be a mere prank. The message was composed in a way that implied urgency and seriousness. She couldn't shake the feeling that there was more to this warning than met the eye. In the high chambers of the Empire's command, the warning from Earth was being discussed by the Empire's top leaders. The Council of Elders, composed of the most powerful and influential figures in the Empire, gathered to deliberate on the message. Elder Kor, one of the most respected members of the Council, was known for his strategic mind. He reviewed the information with a thoughtful expression. "This message comes from a world we know nothing about. We should consider it as a potential threat, but not as an immediate danger." Elder San, known for his more aggressive approach, disagreed. "We should prepare for the worst. If they are warning us, they might have capabilities we don't yet understand. We cannot ignore the possibility." The debate continued, with the council divided on how to respond. Some members wanted to dismiss the warning outright, believing it was a futile attempt to scare the Empire. Others, like Elder San, argued for a more cautious approach. Finally, Elder Kor made a decision. "We will send a reconnaissance team to investigate this planet. We will gather more information before making any further decisions. But we will not allow this to distract us from our current objectives." The decision was made, and a small fleet of scouts was dispatched to Earth. They were equipped with advanced technology designed to gather data and assess potential threats. The fleet moved silently through the void of space, approaching Earth with a mixture of curiosity and skepticism. As the fleet arrived in orbit around Earth, the scouts began their mission. They observed the planet's surface, noting its diverse environments and the apparent technological level of its inhabitants. The scouts reported back that Earth was indeed far less advanced compared to the Galactic Empire. They saw primitive cities, basic infrastructure, and outdated weaponry. But the message from Earth had made an impact. Although the Galactic Empire's leaders dismissed it as a minor annoyance, the sense of unease lingered. The Empire's military might was unmatched, but the simplicity of the warning left a strange impression. The scouts returned with their findings, and the Empire's leaders were quick to brush off any concerns. "The technology of Earth is primitive. Their warning was nothing more than an attempt to gain attention," Varric concluded. But as the Empire continued with its affairs, the message from Earth remained in the back of their minds. It was a small, nagging doubt in the otherwise flawless confidence of the Galactic Empire. The true significance of the warning would only become clear as events unfolded, revealing that the Empire's dismissal was perhaps its greatest mistake. The stage was set for a confrontation the Empire had never anticipated. As they continued with their plans, the consequences of their dismissive attitude towards Earth's warning would soon become all too apparent. Unveiling human technology. The Galactic Empire was known for its formidable technology. Their starships, weapons, and defenses were the pinnacle of interstellar advancement. They believed that no civilization could match their power. But Earth's warning had left a small seed of curiosity in the Empire's high command. It was time to see what humanity had to offer. After the initial reconnaissance, the Empire sent a more detailed scientific team to Earth. The team was led by Dr. Voss, a brilliant scientist with a reputation for uncovering hidden threats. His mission was to investigate the true extent of human technology and determine if there was any real danger. Dr. Voss and his team arrived in orbit around Earth in their state-of-the-art research vessel, the Eclipse. From their vantage point, Earth looked like a vibrant blue-green marble. The team's job was to study Earth's technology from space before making any contact. "Let's start with the basics," Dr. Voss instructed his team. "We need to gather data on their communications, energy sources, and weaponry." The team began by scanning Earth's radio waves and other electromagnetic signals. They soon discovered that Earth's communication systems were surprisingly advanced for a supposedly primitive planet. Their networks were complex, involving satellites, fiber optics, and radio transmissions. One of Dr. Voss's team members, Lieutenant Tara, observed a series of encrypted signals. "These signals are more sophisticated than expected," she reported. "They're using encryption methods we haven't seen before." Dr. Voss frowned. "That's interesting. It seems they have some technological prowess that wasn't evident at first glance." Next, the team turned their attention to Earth's energy sources. They found that Earth utilized a variety of energy systems, including fossil fuels, nuclear power, and renewable sources. The most surprising discovery was a large-scale energy project known as the Dyson Sphere, a theoretical concept that had only existed in the realm of science fiction until now. Dr. Voss was intrigued. "A Dyson Sphere? That's a massive undertaking. It's supposed to be an advanced concept that only the most powerful civilizations could build." The team analyzed the data further, confirming that the Dyson Sphere was indeed real and operational. It was designed to capture the energy of the sun and supply it to the entire planet. This discovery challenged the Empire's earlier assumptions about human technology. The next phase of the investigation involved studying Earth's military capabilities. The team examined satellite images of military installations and evaluated various weapon systems. The results were both impressive and unsettling. Human weaponry, while not as advanced as Galactic Empire technology, was sophisticated in its own right. Earth had developed powerful missiles, energy-based weapons, and advanced robotics for defense purposes. One of the most intriguing finds was a series of experimental warships that seemed to be in the early stages of development. Lieutenant Tara made a startling observation. "These experimental warships are designed with stealth technology and advanced weapon systems. They're not fully operational yet, but they could become a significant threat." Dr. Voss was concerned. "It seems Earth's technological development is accelerating rapidly. We underestimated their progress." The team continued to monitor Earth's activities, gathering more information about their technological advancements. They found evidence of research in artificial intelligence, biotechnology, and space exploration. Humans were clearly making strides in various fields, and their technological capabilities were evolving faster than anticipated. Back at the Galactic Empire's command, the new information was reviewed with growing unease. The Empire's leaders had initially dismissed Earth's warning as a bluff, but the evidence presented by Dr. Voss's team painted a different picture. Elder Kor, who had been skeptical of the warning from the beginning, reviewed the latest reports. "This data shows that Earth is not as primitive as we thought. Their technological progress is impressive, and their military capabilities are more advanced than expected." Elder San, who had been advocating for a cautious approach, saw an opportunity in the new information. "We need to reconsider our strategy. If Earth's technology is advancing this quickly, We may face a serious challenge if we ignore them. The Empire's leaders began to debate their next steps. Some argued for a stronger show of force to demonstrate their dominance, while others suggested diplomatic measures to gauge Earth's intentions. The once dismissed warning now seemed like a significant factor in the Empire's strategic planning. As Dr. Voss's team prepared to return to the Empire, they were tasked with one final mission: to assess the true potential of Earth's technological advancements. The team was wary but determined. They knew that the information they gathered could change the course of interstellar relations. Dr. Voss, reflecting on the mission, realized the gravity of the situation. We've uncovered a lot about Earth's technology, but we still don't know their full capabilities. Our initial assumptions were wrong, and we need to be prepared for whatever comes next. The Galactic Empire's perception of Earth had shifted dramatically. The once dismissed warning had transformed into a serious concern. As the Empire's leaders awaited further developments, they knew that their understanding of Earth was far from complete. The stage was set for a confrontation that could redefine the balance of power in the galaxy. The warning from Earth was no longer just a curiosity. It was a harbinger of things to come, and the Galactic Empire would have to face the reality of humanity's unexpected technological prowess. Empire's dismissal. After the initial findings about Earth's technology, the Galactic Empire faced a critical decision. The data from Dr. Voss and his team suggested that Earth was not as primitive as they had originally believed. Yet the Empire's high command remained divided. While some saw the warning as a serious concern, others continued to dismiss it as a mere bluff. In the grand chamber of the Empire's command, a tense meeting was underway. The room was filled with high-ranking officials, their holographic displays flickering with the latest reports. At the head of the table, Commander Varric presided over the discussion. His demeanor was calm, but there was an underlying tension in his eyes. "Commander Varric," Elder Kor began, "the data we've received shows that Earth's technology is advancing rapidly. They have developed energy systems and weapons that were previously thought to be beyond their reach. We need to reassess our approach." Varric, a seasoned military leader with decades of experience, remained unconvinced. Elder Kor, "While the information is intriguing, it does not change our overall strategy. We've faced many civilizations that have claimed to be a threat only to fall short. We mustn't let one warning disrupt our plans." Elder San, who had been advocating for a more cautious approach, leaned forward. "We've seen their technology, Commander. It's more advanced than we thought. Ignoring their warning could be a grave mistake. We should prepare for the possibility that Earth is a genuine threat." Varric waved off the concern. "We've dealt with countless civilizations over the centuries. None have ever been able to challenge us. Earth's technology, while impressive, does not match the scale of our capabilities. We have the most powerful military in the galaxy." The debate continued, with Varric's supporters arguing that the Empire's strength was unmatched and that Earth's warning was an attempt to scare them into inaction. They believed that a show of force would be enough to dissuade any potential aggression. Meanwhile, Dr. Voss, who had returned with his team, listened to the arguments with growing frustration. He knew the data he had provided was significant, but the dismissal of his findings was disheartening. The scientific team had worked hard to uncover the true extent of Earth's capabilities, and it seemed their efforts were being overlooked. Dr. Voss finally spoke up. "Commander Varric, the data we've collected shows that Earth's technology is not only advanced, but evolving quickly. Their energy systems, weaponry, and defensive measures are more sophisticated than we initially thought. This is not just a bluff, it's a real potential threat." Varric's expression remained unchanged. "Dr. Voss, I appreciate your efforts, but we must not overreact. If Earth's technology were truly a danger, we would have already seen evidence of it in their actions. Until then, our strategy remains the same." Elder Kor looked concerned. "But if we disregard this warning, we risk underestimating our opponent. The history of the Empire shows that overconfidence can lead to disastrous consequences. We need to find a balance between caution and action." Despite Kor's warning, Varric's decision was final. The Empire would proceed with its plans, dismissing Earth's warning as an attempt to gain attention. The strategy was to continue with their existing operations and maintain their focus on their broader goals. The decision to dismiss the warning was communicated throughout the Empire's ranks. The military and scientific teams were instructed to return to their regular duties, and the Empire's focus shifted back to its ongoing projects and campaigns. In the months that followed, the Empire continued its expansion and consolidation of power. Earth's warning was quickly forgotten as the Empire's leaders focused on their immediate objectives. The technological advancements of Earth were not taken into account in the Empire's strategic plans, and their potential threat was disregarded. Meanwhile, on Earth, the humans continued their technological development and defense preparations. They were aware of the Galactic Empire's presence and the initial dismissal of their warning. However, they remained vigilant and prepared for any potential conflict. The warning was not just a plea for caution. It was a statement of readiness and resilience. As the Galactic Empire moved forward with its plans, the dismissal of Earth's warning would have far-reaching consequences. The Empire's overconfidence in its superiority blinded it to the true capabilities of its potential adversary. The stage was set for a confrontation that the Empire had not fully prepared for, and the consequences of their dismissal would soon become evident. The Galactic Empire's leaders had chosen to ignore the warning and focus on their own agenda. But the universe is unpredictable, and the true extent of Earth's capabilities would soon be revealed. The Empire's decision to dismiss the warning would prove to be a pivotal moment in their history, one that would reshape the balance of power in the galaxy. The Empire continued its course, confident in its invincibility, while the shadows of Earth's true potential began to stir. The warning had been clear, but the Empire's dismissal had set the stage for a confrontation that would test their assumptions and challenge their supremacy. First contact, the Galactic Empire's decision to ignore Earth's warning seemed to be paying off as their plans proceeded smoothly. The Empire's vast operations continued, and the leaders focused on expanding their control over new star systems. Yet, in the quiet corners of the galaxy, the first signs of an unexpected event were beginning to unfold. On Earth, the tension had been growing. The initial warning to the Galactic Empire had been a plea for caution, but now it was clear that something more significant was on the horizon. Earth's scientists and military leaders had been preparing for the possibility of an encounter with the Empire, and their efforts were about to be put to the test. In the central command of the Galactic Empire, the news of an approaching alien ship was met with surprise. The sensors had picked up a small spacecraft entering the Empire's territory. It was not large or heavily armed, but it was clearly not a standard vessel. The ship was moving cautiously, and its trajectory suggested that it was heading towards one of the Empire's outlying planets. Commander Varak, who had previously dismissed Earth's warning, was called to the command center. He reviewed the incoming data with a skeptical eye. A single alien ship? This must be some sort of scouting mission. We'll handle it with standard protocols. The ship known as the Discovery was a small but technologically advanced craft sent by Earth. It was piloted by Captain Alara, a skilled astronaut chosen for this crucial mission. Her task was to make first contact with the Galactic Empire and to assess their intentions. As the Discovery approached the Empire's planet, the crew prepared for the potential challenges of their mission. Captain Alara and her team were equipped with the latest diplomatic and defense technology. They knew that their approach could either lead to a peaceful resolution or escalate into conflict. The Empire's command had prepared a response team to handle the incoming vessel. The team included diplomatic officers, security personnel, and analysts. They awaited the arrival of the Discovery, ready to assess the situation and determine the next steps. When the Discovery finally entered the orbit of the Empire's planet, the Empire's sensors detected it and initiated communication protocols. The ship was hailed with a standard greeting, and the message was clear: "You are approaching Imperial territory. Identify yourselves and state your purpose," Captain Alara responded promptly. "This is Captain Alara of the Discovery. We come from the planet Earth, seeking peaceful communication with the Galactic Empire. We wish to discuss matters of mutual interest." The Empire's diplomatic team received the message and relayed it to the High Command. Commander Varak was skeptical, but decided to proceed with caution. "Prepare to establish a communication link." Let's see what these humans have to say. The communication channel was opened, and Captain Alara's face appeared on the holographic screen. She appeared calm but determined. Greetings, Galactic Empire. I am Captain Alara, representing Earth. We come in peace and seek to establish a dialogue with your people. Varric studied Alara's image with a critical eye. You claim to come in peace, but you are intruding into our territory. What assurances do we have that you are not a threat? Alara responded confidently. Our intention is not to be a threat. We are here to explore possibilities for peaceful coexistence and cooperation. Our warning to your empire was a plea to understand each other better and to prevent any potential conflict. Varric's skepticism was evident. Your warning was dismissed as a tactic to gain our attention. If you wish to avoid conflict, you must provide more substantial evidence of your peaceful intentions. The conversation continued, with both sides attempting to gauge each other's sincerity. The Empire's representatives were cautious but intrigued. They had initially underestimated Earth's technological capabilities, but now they were faced with a real opportunity for dialogue. As the discussions progressed, Captain Alara provided detailed information about Earth's technology, culture, and intentions. She emphasized that Earth was not seeking to challenge the Empire, but to build a foundation for future interactions. Meanwhile, Dr. Voss, who had been observing the proceedings from a distance, noticed the growing tension. He had previously warned the Empire about Earth's potential, and now he saw an opportunity to address the situation directly. He approached Varric with a proposal. Commander Varric, I believe it is in our best interest to take a more diplomatic approach, Dr. Voss said. If we engage with Earth's representatives openly and honestly, we may find that their intentions are genuine. This could prevent unnecessary conflict and build a stronger foundation for future relations. Varric considered Voss's suggestion. He realized that dismissing Earth's efforts outright could lead to missed opportunities. The Empire's approach had been cautious, but not entirely open, and it was time to reconsider their stance. Very well, Varric said. We will proceed with diplomatic discussions. Prepare to host Captain Alara and her team for a formal meeting. Captain Alara and her crew were invited to the Empire's command center for a face-to-face meeting. The atmosphere was tense but hopeful. Both sides were eager to understand each other's perspectives and to explore the potential for cooperation. As the meeting commenced, Captain Alara spoke with sincerity and respect. We come to you with open hearts and minds. Our goal is to find common ground and build a future where both our civilizations can thrive. The Empire's representatives listened attentively. They had been cautious but were now faced with a genuine opportunity for dialogue. The initial skepticism was giving way to a more thoughtful consideration of Earth's potential. The first contact between Earth and the Galactic Empire marked a turning point. The Empire's decision to engage diplomatically would set the stage for future interactions and determine the course of their relationship with humanity. The initial dismissal had led to a crucial moment of understanding, and the outcome of this meeting would shape the future of both civilizations. The human response, as the Galactic Empire began to reconsider its stance on Earth. The mood on Earth was a mix of anticipation and apprehension. The initial warning had been issued, followed by the Empire's dismissal and the first contact that was now underway. Earth's leaders and scientists were closely monitoring the situation, keen to ensure that their message had been received and understood. In the bustling headquarters of Earth's United Nations Space Command, UNSC, the room was filled with high-ranking officials, military officers, and scientists. They gathered around a large holographic display that showed the ongoing communication with the Galactic Empire. The air was thick with tension as they awaited news from Captain Alara and her team. General Harper, the head of Earth's military operations, stood at the forefront. He had been instrumental in preparing Earth's defenses and diplomatic strategy. We've made our presence known. Now we need to see how the Empire responds. Our next steps must be calculated and precise. Dr. Clara Chen, a leading scientist and expert on alien technology, was also present. Our message has been clear. We seek peaceful coexistence, but we must be prepared for any eventuality. We need to understand the Empire's true intentions and ensure that our own readiness is at its peak. The communications officer, Lieutenant Morris, provided an update. Captain Alara's team has been invited for a formal meeting with the Empire. It's a significant step forward, but we don't have detailed information yet on how the discussions are progressing. As the meeting on the Galactic Empire's side continued, Captain Alara and her team presented their case with clarity and determination. They emphasized Earth's desire for peaceful interaction and cooperation. The Empire's shift towards diplomacy had opened a new channel for dialogue, and Earth's leadership was keen to make the most of this opportunity. Back on Earth, the response to the Empire's new approach was cautiously optimistic. The media buzzed with reports of the ongoing talks, and the public was eager to hear more. President Daniels, the head of Earth's government, addressed the nation with a hopeful message. Citizens of Earth, we are at a crucial moment in our history. Our representatives are engaged in important discussions with the Galactic Empire. We have expressed our desire for peace and cooperation. This is a chance for us to build a new era of interstellar relations. The president's words were met with a mixture of excitement and concern. The idea of interacting with an advanced alien civilization was thrilling, but the potential risks were also evident. The global community watched with bated breath as the situation unfolded. Meanwhile, Captain Alara's team continued their discussions with the Empire. The formal meeting had taken place, and the initial skepticism had been replaced with a more open dialogue. The Empire's representatives were now engaged in evaluating Earth's technological and cultural offerings. As the discussions progressed, the Empire's diplomats began to show a genuine interest in Earth's advancements. They requested detailed information about Earth's energy systems, space exploration programs, and technological innovations. The Empire's initial dismissal of Earth's capabilities was gradually being replaced by a recognition of humanity's potential. Dr. Voss, who had advocated for a more diplomatic approach, observed the evolving situation with a sense of relief. He had hoped that the Empire's leaders would come to see the value in engaging with Earth. The change in attitude was a positive development, but Voss knew that much work remained. On Earth, the UNSC worked tirelessly to ensure that the country's technological and diplomatic readiness was up to par. They continued to refine their strategies for potential interactions and prepared for various scenarios, including the possibility of future negotiations or conflicts. General Harper and Dr. Chen coordinated efforts to strengthen Earth's defenses while also preparing for possible collaborative projects with the Empire. They knew that the success of these discussions could lead to new opportunities for advancement and cooperation. As the days passed, the Empire's evaluation of Earth's offerings became more detailed. The Empire's diplomats were impressed by the complexity and potential of Earth's technologies. They began to view Earth not just as a potential threat, but as a valuable partner. Captain Alara reported back to Earth with positive news. The Empire's representatives are now more receptive to our proposals. They are interested in exploring avenues for cooperation and mutual benefit. This is a significant step forward. The news was met with a wave of relief and enthusiasm. Earth's leadership saw the potential for a new era of interstellar relations, one that could bring about significant advancements and opportunities for both civilizations. The focus now shifted to building on the positive momentum and fostering a productive dialogue with the Galactic Empire. In the wake of the Empire's growing interest, Earth's scientists and engineers began to collaborate more closely with their counterparts in the Empire. Joint research projects were proposed and plans for exchanges of knowledge and technology were discussed. The goal was to establish a foundation for a lasting partnership. The human response to the Empire's shift towards diplomacy was one of cautious optimism. The initial warning had set the stage for a complex and evolving relationship. As Earth and the Galactic Empire moved forward, both sides faced the challenge of navigating their new interaction while striving to achieve mutual understanding and cooperation. The potential for a new chapter in interstellar history was on the horizon. Earth's efforts to communicate and engage with the Galactic Empire were beginning to bear fruit, and the future held the promise of collaboration and progress. The journey from dismissal to dialogue had been a pivotal moment, and the path ahead was filled with possibilities for both civilizations. Escalation, as Earth and the Galactic Empire began to explore the possibilities of cooperation, a shadow loomed over their budding relationship. The initial positive momentum of their diplomatic talks was soon threatened by a series of unexpected events that led to escalating tensions between the two civilizations. It all started with an incident on the outskirts of the Empire's territory. A small but highly advanced probe, believed to be of Earth's design, was detected by the Empire's sensors. The probe had been designed for peaceful exploration and data collection, but its presence near the Empire's border raised alarms. Commander Varric, who had been cautiously optimistic about the diplomatic process, was now faced with an urgent situation. The probe's intrusion was seen as a potential breach of security and a possible act of espionage. Varric's previous dismissal of Earth's capabilities was now in question, and he felt the need to act swiftly. In the command center of the Galactic Empire, Varric convened an emergency meeting with his senior officers. The holographic display showed the probe's trajectory and its proximity to the Empire's sensitive areas. This probe, Varric said, appears to be of Earth's design. We must assume it is a surveillance tool, and its proximity to our territory is unacceptable. We cannot allow this to go unaddressed. Eldercore, who had been a proponent of diplomatic engagement, looked troubled. We must consider the possibility that this is a misunderstanding. If we act too harshly, we risk jeopardizing the progress we've made with Earth. Varric shook his head. The probe's presence cannot be ignored. We must take immediate action to ensure our security. Prepare a response team to intercept and investigate the probe. The response team was dispatched to confront the probe. Their mission was to determine the probe's purpose and, if necessary, neutralize it. The situation was tense, and the outcome of this operation could have significant implications for the ongoing diplomatic talks. On Earth, the sudden appearance of the probe in the Empire's territory was met with confusion and concern. President Daniels convened an emergency briefing with the UNSC to address the situation. The probe had been part of a routine exploration mission, and its deviation from its intended course was unexpected. General Harper addressed the assembled officials. We have received reports that our probe has been detected by the Empire and that they are responding aggressively. This could be a serious issue. We need to clarify the situation and avoid any escalation. Dr. Chen, the scientist who had been closely involved with Earth's technological developments, offered her insight. The probe's deviation could be due to a malfunction or an error in navigation. We need to communicate with the Empire immediately to explain the situation and de-escalate any potential conflict. Efforts were made to contact the Galactic Empire and explain the situation. The probe's design and mission parameters were communicated, and Earth's intention to maintain peaceful relations was reiterated. However, the Empire's response was cautious and defensive. The Empire's response team intercepted the probe and discovered that it was indeed a research device, not a weapon or a tool for espionage. However, by the time the probe's true nature was confirmed, the damage had already been done. The Empire's leadership was concerned about the breach of their security and the potential implications of Earth's actions. Back in the Empire's command center, Varric received the update on the probe's findings. Although it was clear that the probe was not a direct threat, the situation had already heightened tensions. Varric was reluctant to back down, fearing that it might appear as a sign of weakness. Eldercore tried to mitigate the situation. We should use this opportunity to re-engage with Earth and clarify our position. This incident could be resolved through continued dialogue. Varric agreed to a temporary suspension of further aggressive actions, but maintained a firm stance. We will hold off on any additional measures for now. However, we need to ensure that Earth understands the seriousness of this situation. On Earth, the news of the probe's interception and the Empire's response created a wave of concern. The diplomatic team, led by Captain Ilara, worked tirelessly to restore trust and reassure the Empire of Earth's intentions. The situation was delicate, and any misstep could lead to further escalation. Captain Ilara sent a direct message to the Empire's command center, expressing deep regret for the incident and emphasizing Earth's commitment to peaceful engagement. We understand the gravity of the situation and assure you that this was not an act of aggression. We are taking measures to ensure that such incidents do not occur in the future. The message was met with mixed reactions. While some Empire officials were willing to accept the explanation and move forward, others remained skeptical. The Empire's military and diplomatic teams continued to monitor Earth's activities closely, and the atmosphere remained tense. In the following days, both Earth and the Empire continued their efforts to address the incident and restore diplomatic relations. The probe's interception had created a significant hurdle, but the desire for cooperation remained strong on both sides. The challenge now was to navigate the fragile peace and prevent further misunderstandings. The escalation had tested the resolve of both civilizations and highlighted the complexities of interstellar diplomacy. As Earth and the Galactic Empire worked to rebuild trust, the future of their relationship hung in the balance. The probe incident had been a sobering reminder of the delicate nature of their interactions and the need for continued vigilance and communication. The road to lasting peace and cooperation would be fraught with challenges, but both civilizations were determined to find a path forward. The escalation had been a setback, but it also underscored the importance of understanding and addressing the concerns of each side. As they moved forward, the hope for a positive resolution remained, with both Earth and the Galactic Empire striving to overcome the obstacles and build a future of mutual respect and collaboration. The reckoning, the tension between Earth and the Galactic Empire had reached a boiling point. The recent probe incident had exacerbated distrust on both sides, and despite efforts to de-escalate the situation, a new threat emerged that pushed the two civilizations to the brink of conflict. In the Galactic Empire's command center, a series of troubling reports came in from multiple outposts. Several of their ships had encountered unidentifiable objects and strange disturbances in the region's near-Earth space. The Empire's military, already on high alert due to the probe incident, was now faced with what appeared to be a coordinated series of attacks or intrusions. Commander Varric, still grappling with the fallout from the probe situation, was forced to confront a new crisis. The reports indicated that these disturbances were not random, but seemed to be linked to Earth's space activities. Varric, concerned about the possibility of Earth being involved in this new threat, called an emergency meeting with his top officers. "We cannot ignore these incidents," Varric said, his voice tinged with urgency. "Our outposts are reporting attacks and intrusions that appear to be coming from Earth's vicinity. We must take decisive action to protect our assets and determine the source of these threats." Elder Kor, who had been advocating for continued dialogue, looked worried. This could be a misunderstanding or an external force manipulating the situation. We need to be careful not to escalate this further without understanding the full picture. Varric, however, was resolute. "Our priority is to ensure the safety of our territory. We will increase our patrols and defensive measures immediately. At the same time, we must issue a warning to Earth." Back on Earth, President Daniels and General Harper were informed of the escalating situation. The news of the Empire's new concerns came as a shock. The probe incident had been a significant setback, but this new development seemed even more alarming. The possibility of being accused of aggression or sabotage was deeply troubling. President Daniels convened an emergency briefing with the UNSC and the scientific community. "We must address these new allegations quickly. If the Galactic Empire believes we are behind these disturbances, it could lead to serious conflict. We need to clarify the situation and prove our innocence." General Harper, who had been on high alert due to the previous incidents, stressed the importance of transparency. "We must cooperate fully with the Empire's investigation. If there are external forces at play, we need to identify them and ensure that we are not mistakenly associated with these actions." Dr. Clara Chen and her team worked diligently to analyze the reports of the disturbances. They cross-referenced the data with Earth's known space activities and technological capabilities. To their dismay, they found no evidence linking Earth to the disturbances. The anomalies appeared to be the work of an unknown force. As Earth's leadership prepared to respond to the Empire's warning, Captain Ilara and her diplomatic team were tasked with urgently addressing the situation. They sent a direct message to the Empire, denouncing any involvement in the disturbances and offering full cooperation for a joint investigation. "We are committed to resolving this issue," Captain Alara stated in the message. "We have no involvement in these incidents and are ready to work with you to uncover the true source of the disturbances. Our goal remains peaceful coexistence, and we urge you to collaborate with us to find the truth." The Empire's command center received Earth's response, and while some officials were willing to entertain the possibility of external interference, others remained suspicious. The situation was at a critical juncture, with both sides on the edge of open conflict. The Empire's increased patrols and defensive measures began to reveal more information about the disturbances. It became clear that the intrusions were the work of a previously unknown faction operating at the fringes of known space. These aggressors seemed to be exploiting the existing tensions between Earth and the Empire for their own gain.